I'm excited and grateful that Matt gave me the opportunity to speak with our folks and friends here in the Houston area and all across the country that might be watching this while we're going through the COVID-19 pandemic around the world. I'm mowing the grass, sorry, but stop, get a drink of water and say hello to you. I'm a pastor by trade. There's some scripture probably all of us have heard, even been some songs written about it. If Ramon were here, he could maybe spin a tune or two in the background, but it talks about there's a time for everything. There's a time to plant and there's a time to harvest. There's a time to laugh and there's a time to mourn. There's time to dance. I'm not very good at that, but some of you can dance. Time to refrain from it. It even says there's a time to be born and there's a time to die. A lot of different seasons that it talks about, but he wraps it all up by saying everything is beautiful in its time. Now, I'll be honest, I have struggled with that sometimes. Many times, too many times, I've stood over the graveside saying goodbye to someone that I cared about. Being with a family while they were saying goodbye to someone they cared about. Maybe it was cancer, maybe it was some tragic event. Maybe it was in childbirth, maybe it was in old age. Interesting thing about life and many things that we face in it. Too often, most often, we really don't know how long a season is going to be. How long is the season of planting going to be before we reap the harvest? And how long will the harvest be and how good will it be? How long will a virus last? How long will an economy be greatly impacted? How long will my company be out of commission? How long will I be out of a paycheck? We all wonder how long these seasons are going to be. Sometimes we don't know. Now, when I mow my yard, especially when it gets tall, it's pretty easy to see what's been done and what hasn't been done and how much longer it's going to take me to finish. Sometimes we don't know how long that season's going to be. We don't know how long the virus is going to last. We don't know how long the economy is going to be so greatly impacted in such a negative way. And in those seasons, sometimes we struggle. How is this beautiful? I don't have the answer to that, to be completely honest. And honestly, if someone tells you they do have the answer, I'd run from them. But what I've learned in my years ministering to people as a pastor, working at Camp Hope, we have a 6-month program. Sometimes guys come in and they get done what they need to do in less than 6 months. They move on and go on great. Sometimes they're there for a year. You don't really know how long that season's going to be. And while you're looking at it, sometimes, how is this beautiful? How is this loss? How is this separation? How is this beautiful? But my experience in life is, as time has passed and I've looked back on those seasons where I wondered, when will this ever end? How can this possibly be beautiful? In each and every situation I've seen the truth of those words, that yes, everything is beautiful in its time. And while you and I are struggling right now, trying to understand how this is beautiful, look for the good. There's always good around you. Some news station would be doing good. If you watch the news right now, on every screen there's on the right hand side a rising death toll, both globally and within our country's borders. Some news station would do good to put on the other side of the screen lives saved. People who went out of their way to help someone who could not help themselves. Someone who took the time to say a kind word. Someone who made an extra loaf of bread and gave it to a neighbor. Someone who had extra toilet paper that they really didn't need, but somebody else that couldn't get out of their house could use. Boy, if we could track those numbers and post those numbers on the screen, look for the good. When you see the good, share the good. Boy, we are replete with all the negative stories. Share the good stories. And then one last thing, be the good. I can't write $1 million check and donate it I would love to. That would be the funnest thing in the world. But what I can do is maybe say a word of encouragement to someone. What I can do is sit down with them, listen to them. What I can do is when I go to the store, pick up a couple of extra gallons of milk, a dozen eggs, drop them off at Camp Hope, drop them off at some food organization, service organization that's helping the homeless, those who are without right now. You don't have to write something big, but you can do something. Look, let's together make this beautiful. Thanks for listening. Now, I got to finish this because the rain's coming.